New at 4, some Buffalo organizations are working to build on the city's development momentum. They want to start movements in other areas that aren't getting as much attention. They're getting feedback from people in neighborhoods and encouraging them to speak up. Now, hundreds of people are getting involved. News 4's Ellie Ingersoll is in downtown Buffalo, hearing about the increase in civic activism.
Open Buffalo organizers say there's a rise in civic activism and engagement right now, with more young people getting out and speaking up.
Buffalo is a prototype of a can-do city.
Franchelle Hart is the executive director for the community organization Open Buffalo.
I think we're seeing tremendous growth that's happening. However, we still suffer some of the worst disparities in the country.
After receiving a grant 2 years ago to help them get up and running, the organization took on the task of sparking change and growing community leaders.
People really want to see their communities be a part of the development that's happening in the city, and the only way for them to be a part of it is that if they have a seat at the decision-making table.
Things that are going on in terms of like the injustices done by the police, the community has to speak up.
Sherman Webb is one of the people who has been involved with Open Buffalo's Emerging Leaders Group. He says his interest in civic activism and engagement started at a young age.
Just being upset and angry and frustrated like with the world around me, and knowing that like things is not like what it seemed.
Webb grew up in the projects in Riverside, and he says he saw and experienced social injustice. And now as the city rises, he's still seeing disparities.
Every time somebody tries to do something a little bit different out of the norm, they try to neutralize them.
Webb is a social worker now, spending time with youth around the city, trying to live out his motto, reach one, teach one.
If nobody else like reaches out to that next generation, then that next generation becomes lost.
He says he's seeing more people begin to find their voices, stand up and speak up.
It creates that forum, that opportunity, those think tanks. That's literally like what it takes.
Since receiving that grant, Open Buffalo has created around a dozen different programs and initiatives. And actually later this month, they're going to have a week-long of events called the Justice and Opportunity Week, where they'll be working with young people and talking to them about activism. Reporting in Buffalo, Ellie Ingersoll, News 4.